We have to hurry. There is no time. It was a cold, rainy evening in Skagway, Alaska. Robert was at his pickup rental office by the port, listening to the winds howl and the heavy waves crash over the dock. He was planning to wrap up and head home, just when two men walked in. "Do you deliver shipments?" one of the men asked. "Yes, we do. We have a load that needs to be delivered at this address," he said, handing Robert a piece of paper. "All right, you can show the load to my men, and tomorrow morning they'll set off." No, we need this delivered before Christmas." "At this address? Before Christmas? The weather is so bad and we'll have to drive overnight. This is not possible. And above all, the forecast predicted a blizzard tonight. Please find a way. It has to be delivered before Christmas night. We're willing to pay any price." "What is in the shipment?" "A sacred belonging of the church." "It's not anything illegal, is it? I don't want any trouble." No, it's nothing like that." "All right, let me see what I can do." Robert turned to one of his workers. "Tom, go get Jonathan." "Yes, sir." As Tom hurried out, Megan quickly stepped in, shaking off the rain. "Dad." "Megan, what are you doing here?" "Mom sent me to tell you to close the office early. The weather is horrible tonight. She doesn't want you to be late." "She could have just called. She didn't have to send you in this weather." As Robert spoke to his daughter, Jonathan and Tom arrived. "Come here, Jonathan." Robert introduced him to the two men. "This is Jonathan, our best driver. He'll get your load delivered." Robert handed Jonathan the paper. "These men have a shipment that needs to be delivered at this address before Christmas. But the weather is so bad out, and there's going to be a snowstorm. How will I drive overnight? These men are counting on us, and I know you can do it." Robert then turned to the men. "You can show the load to my men." "Sure, thank you." "What is in the load?" "Some sacred items for the church. Don't take the lorry, take the pickup truck. It'll be an easier drive." "All right." While Jonathan started up the pickup truck, the men got the load onto the back. "The load is secured. Thanks, Tom." Jonathan was checking the map, figuring out the easiest route, when suddenly Megan got onto the car and shut the door. "Quickly, let's go." "Megan, what are you doing? Your dad is going to kill me." "Then you better step on the gas. And Dad is going to kill you anyways when he finds out about us." "Tom, where is Megan?" "I thought I saw her get in the car with Jonathan." "What? She went with him in this weather?" "You are crazy, Megan. We shouldn't have done this. What is your dad going to do to me now?" "Aren't you the least bit worried? What do you think is going to happen when we get back?" "Relax. What is he going to do? I'm his only daughter, and you're his most trusted best driver." "And when did you even get this basket ready?" "I came with the basket. I thought you wouldn't have any deliveries in this horrible weather, so I made an excuse back at home and came to meet you. I thought we could have dinner together." Jonathan chuckled as he drove down the slippery mountain road. The rain only seemed to be getting worse. All of a sudden, the truck went over something and nearly tipped over. With a jolting shake, the wheels hit the ground again as Jonathan barely got control over the vehicle. That was a close call. "Megan, check if everything is all right in the back. It sounded like something fell off." "Yeah, everything seems fine." "If I keep talking to you while driving in this weather, there's definitely going to be an accident. Remain quiet until we get to the good road, or we won't survive." "All right, mister," Megan said, folding her arms. "Once we make the delivery, we'll have some fun on our way back." The lightning roared in the air, and within a while, the rain soon turned to snow. The skies were now completely covered in dense clouds, and the snow made it difficult to see. Jonathan suddenly noticed a figure standing in the middle of the road and hit the brakes. Rolling down the window, he peered out, staring at the man. "What do you think you're doing? You almost got under the car." The man leaned on his cane and walked forward. "I'm sorry. I've been traveling for a long time trying to get a ride, but there's no transport around here. You're my last hope. Please give me a lift, or else I won't survive." "No way. Come on, Jonathan. Let's take him along. We're in the middle of nowhere. Where is he going to go without any transport? You never know these hitchhikers. What is he going to do? He's an elderly man. And he looks like a priest. Once we enter the city, we'll let him off." "All right, fine." Jonathan turned to the man and ushered him in. "Okay, get in the back." "Thank you so much." The man walked to the door, but was having trouble getting in. Shrugging, John unlocked it for him. The three began driving down the road again, but now the couple was a bit uncomfortable with this stranger, and within a while, the man started to make a noise in the back, as if groaning. "Are you all right?" "I'm very hungry. Do you have anything to eat?" Irritated, Jonathan kept his attention on the road, as Megan passed her basket back. "There are some snacks in here." "Thank you, child." Jonathan watched in the mirror as the man took out the sandwiches, the boiled eggs, one by one until he ate everything in the basket. "Usually I pick up some snacks before I set off, but I didn't do it today because you brought the basket. Now let's just hope there's something up ahead. Otherwise, we'll have to spend this whole night hungry," Jonathan told Megan as he passed the man a glance. Megan opened up the map and looked at their route. "You have to go to this address, right?" "Yeah." "There is a shortcut. Why don't we take this route?" "Yeah, sounds good." Jonathan turned the truck onto the shortcut route, while Megan leaned back, trying to relax. But sometime later, she heard the man inching closer to speak to her. "What is your name, child?" Megan awkwardly turned back and said, "Megan." "Where's your mom and dad?" "They're home." "Where do you live?" "I'm from Skagway." "How old are you?" Jonathan was getting a bit annoyed. Why was he asking her this? "I'm 19. Is this your brother?" "No." "Is this your husband?" "No." "If you're not married, what are you doing with him?" Jonathan hit the steering and stopped the car. "All right, that's enough. You can't come with us. Get out. Please, let me stay." Jonathan had lost his patience. He got off into the heavy snow and took out his knife and opened the back door. "You see this? Come out." The man stepped out as Jonathan held the knife at him. But all of a sudden, the man took his cane and with a twist pulled out a long, sharp sword. "Look, I have a blade with me too, but it means nothing. I won't ask any questions. Please let me come with you." Seeing the sword, Megan came forward, panicked. "Jonathan, stop. He didn't cause any trouble. Let him come with us." "Sir, please. Put down the blade. You can come with us. Managing the situation, the three got onto the truck again and Jonathan pulled off. He was enraged, but barely managed to hold on. Unfortunately, the man too had been quiet. About a 3-hour drive later, Jonathan suddenly spotted a cabin. Finally, now we can have dinner. He stopped the truck and parked outside the cabin. They could hear people inside. Come on, Megan. Wait, don't get out here. This place is unholy. Then what do you expect us to do? You ate all our food. But the man repeated, don't go here. It's not safe. If you're too scared, you don't have to come. With that, Jonathan grabbed the car keys and Megan stepped off. The winds were piercing cold out, and the couple grabbed onto their jackets and rushed into the cabin. But as soon as they stepped into the loud, crowded bar, everything fell silent, and everyone turned to look at them. Awkwardly, Megan shifted closer to Jonathan as they went to the counter to speak to the woman. Yes? What's for dinner? We have meat and wine. We'll take 2 plates of meat. The woman looked at them with a strange smile. All right, take a table. Jonathan and Megan uncomfortably took a seat to the corner. Meat and wine? I think she meant steak. Why is everyone watching us? I don't know. Let's just eat and get out of here. No, Jonathan. I think he was right. Maybe we should leave. I don't think these are human beings. Within a while, the woman came over with their platter, but when she placed it down, Jonathan and Megan were horrified by what they saw. Jonathan stood up in shock. What is this? Megan got up in fright, but just as they were about to leave, everyone in the saloon got up and surrounded them. Jonathan and Megan were trapped. There was no way out of this. What were they going to do? As Jonathan searched for a way, all of a sudden there was a voice behind them. Leave them alone. Everyone turned to see the man pull out his sword and immediately charged at him. Jonathan and Megan were overawed seeing him fight them off. Jonathan, Megan, run! The two didn't stop a second till they got to the car, and Jonathan started the engine. Jonathan, we should wait for him. Are you crazy? They probably already took his life. And if we wait, the same thing will happen to us. But he saved our lives. Yes, and let's not let his sacrifice go to waste. In the heavy storm that swirled around them, Jonathan quickly pulled out and got on the road again. Megan stared out the window, looking at the saloon disappear in the distance. What is happening with him? It was around 7 the next morning when Jonathan reached the destination. Outside a church and a large cemetery. The snow had stopped, but the rain had once again begun to pour. Megan, wake up. We're here. Megan got up and stared at the church ahead. She and Jonathan walked and sat at the bell. Jonathan, what do you think they were last night? What do you think happened to that man? I don't know. I've never seen or heard anything like that. Within a while, a few men opened the door. Jonathan took out the piece of paper. Is this the address? Yes. You have a delivery. Seeing the shipment, the men hurried to take it down and into the church. They then gave Jonathan his pay and a generous tip. It's raining heavily out, and we're quite far from the city. Why don't you stay here until the weather clears up? Be our guest. Thank you. That morning, the men arranged for a room for Jonathan and Megan, where they rested and also had some food. Sometime in the afternoon, the couple came out to check out the weather. It was still raining heavily, and it had gotten quite dark. As they reached the home, they saw the men had gathered around the shipment and were about to open it. There were candles set about, and they seemed to be preparing for some ritual. Jonathan, what do you think they're doing? Let's watch. The men opened the box, and inside, it was a casket. They all gathered to pray around it, but as Megan caught a glimpse of the man laying inside, she stepped back in horror. Jonathan felt shocked by what he saw. Jonathan, it's him! It's him! Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.